Hey, what are we cooking today? So anyways, today we are making Mom's chunky salad. Now, funny story about this is Mom made it for some potluck. Some fancy lady came up to her and said, "Mrs. Pounds, that was just an absolutely delightful gazpacho that you made." And my mom's a gazpacho what? So anyways, she always called it her chunky salad. So for this, you're going to need a large cucumber. I've got these Persian guys. 2 stalks of celery. I'm not making a full batch, so I got 1 stalk. 2 tomatoes. Again, not making a full batch, so 1 tomato. This is a Roma tomato. I prefer these over the big round tomatoes because they seem to have a little bit more flavor, and I like them better. But honestly, if you can get farm, or if you have a neighbor that's a gardener and they can give you fresh tomatoes, get those. Definitely, for sure. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I'm using olive oil. 1 teaspoon garlic salt. Got garlic salt. Or if you want to monitor your salt intake, you can use garlic powder plus salt. So it's totally up to you. Pepper, always our friend, good old pepper. Red wine vinegar. Now, I've tried to make this with more bougie vinegars, like, balsamic vinegar and flavored vinegars and stuff like that, and it just doesn't do it. So, good old red wine vinegar. Just use good old red wine vinegar. And so it says, and I have small onions, so I've got a little bit of a red onion bit that I'm going to use up. It says cut vegetables into 1-inch cubes, mix, add oil and mix, add garlic, salt, and pepper, mix, add vinegar, mix, taste and adjust seasonings, allow to stand at least 15 minutes to 20 minutes before serving. Now, when it comes to the wonderful world of cucumbers, Mom used to do this. And we always thought it was weird. But people swear by it. You take the ends and you rub it, and that supposedly takes the bitterness out of the cucumber, which isn't true. Because if a cucumber is bitter, cucumber is going to be bitter. Rubbing the ends ain't going to make it any better. What you need to do is take up a bit and bite it. Okay. So you test your cucumber before you let it ruin your salad. So, I'd cut it into bits. This is a good tasting cucumber. I'm going to use that. Same thing with this one. Cut off the ends. I'm not rubbing it. It's such a silly thing. But again, taste it, because you never know. I did this one time where I didn't really have the habit of testing my cucumbers first. And I got a really nasty cucumber one time. Completely ruined the dish. So, be careful. Test your cucumbers first. Make sure they're tasty. Chop them up. The tomato, like I said, this is aroma. Cut off the stem bit, because that will put some unpleasant fiberness into your salad. So cut it in half. Cut it in half again. Cut it in strips. Cut it in chunks. Same thing with the other half. And my oven's ready to cook my lunch. Okay, same thing. Cut it in strips. Cut it in chunks. Same thing with the onion. If you like it a little bit more oniony. She said half a small onion. So this is like a third of a big onion. So I'm just going to do a couple of slices. Now, like I said, kind of want to cut everything about the same size. If you like things a little bit more oniony, you can add more onion. If you like things a little bit more cucumbery, whatever you want to do. It's totally up to you. Your kids and your rules. Now, interestingly, I have a cousin by the name of Dale, one of my dad's sister's sons, and that man did not like salad. So my Aunt Audrey made what she called a non-lettuce salad, which is basically this chunky salad. So, celery bean, make sure you wash everything first, because remember, they're grown in the dirt, and dirt sometimes accumulates down here. Cut off the ends, cut off the bits, chop it into fine chop with the rest of your stuff. And here, even making a half batch, I still have a lot of chopped up veggies. So I'm just going to throw this into a bowl, and I'm going to cover it up. I'm going to put it in the fridge, and might add some shrimp to it just to kind of put some protein in there for lunch, and then that's it. So, okay, I'll mix it. Hold on just a second. Okay, so got my bowl. Where's my scraper? As you can tell, I'm not that prepared for this live, but am I ever? No, who cares? So this is a bench scraper. For those of you who don't have one of these in your house, get one. You can get them at the $1.25 store, Dollar Tree, and comes in super, super handy. Throw all that stuff into your bowl. Give it a toss. Now, Mom said, cut the vegetables into cubes, mix. Add oil and mix. So, I'm going to add, she said, 2 tablespoons of veggie oil. A lid is about a tablespoon. Just, But if you want to measure, you can measure. It's totally up to you. This is one of those salads that's really good eyeballed. So just eyeball it. Give it a quick toss. Then she says, add the garlic, salt, and pepper and mix. Okay, so we're just going to do some pepper. Now remember, I've got this fancy salt garlic mix, but I kind of like a little more garlic, so I'm going to use a little garlic powder just to kind of kick it up a little notch. And she says, give that a mix. And did I put pepper in there? Yeah, I did. But I want more. I think I'm going to put a little more pepper. And then she says, add vinegar, mix. So we're going to, she said, how much vinegar? She said 2 tablespoons of veggie oil. She said red vine vinegar, no quantity. So measure with your heart. Basically what she says on that one. Let me grab a spoon. We'll taste this puppy. And see what we're up against. You get to watch me eat again. Okay, let's see what we're up against. Dash more oil. Dash more salt. More pepper, because you can never go wrong with pepper. No more garlic salt. Got plenty of vinegar. One more taste. A little more oil. A little more pepper. So as this sits, the flavors are going to meld. The salt is going to start pulling some of the liquid out of the vegetables. And so it kind of remains crispy but soft. And so you just let it set for 10 minutes. And, or what did Mom say? 15 to 20 minutes. Just let it set. And then boom. You got Mom's chunky salad, aka not gazpacho. But anyway, so that's today's recipe. You know, your kitchen, your rules. Make it to taste any way you want. If you have other vegetables, you can throw them in here. You can throw, I've used bell peppers, like the sweet little tiny, you know, red and yellow bell pepper. I've thrown that in there. This is a good one for using up all those little veggie bits. You can put some shredded cabbage in here if you want. You know, that's it. So, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. And until next time, don't forget, I love you. And ta-ta for now. This one was a real-time one. Ah, okay. All right, bye-bye.